They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my access. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you saw it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. This obstacle sat in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback to bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
I roll that a thought of me, everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and that to be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles, put where they be, slavery. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found. The time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, slip be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed 5 for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
All right, clap it up. Clap it up. Hey, shalom. Yahweh Shemel Shai Brakatah to the brothers, Yahweh Shemel Nathan Shemel Shai to the sisters. Welcome to another episode of the Conflict Zone. Now, this week we're zeroing on Trinidad. Some local development touching our Caribbean neighbor there. Two things about Trinidad. One, U.S. issued that travel advisory against Trinidad. I think it was over the weekend they did that. And two, Trinidad oil refinery crashed for a couple of years now. Jamaica is one of the countries now supplying refined fuel to Trinidad. Trinidad sell oil, But after you buy the crude oil, you have to then refine it, take it through a process. It make kerosene oil, it make marine fuel where you use in boat and thing. It make gasoline at the pump, it make diesel, it make plastic. I think you can get all medicine from the crude oil, Some kind of or something to do with the medicine. I don't know, maybe like I don't know, but a lot of things come from the crude oil. But the one that Trinidad is buying from Jamaica is that thing refined for the purpose of marine oil. So, jump in, but the bigger thing really is the travel advisory that is now issued on Trinidad. Because with that now, that the tourists that would come in your island to bring in some foreign exchange so that you can now buy the oil which your refinery cannot produce again, US is now telling them reconsider going to Trinidad because of violence and things. Now, who knows? Who knows what Trump planning to do in the Caribbean here? Because Trump in his first presidency, him caused a little rift, but it was because of the COVID thing, and him tell some country in the Caribbean about to prepare for the pandemic, while him didn't tell some. But this time now, they issuing a travel advisory when Trinidad has have this gun problem for a while. And the thing is, majority of the places are, whether it's Caribbean or wherever, and there is a travel advisory, except for like terrorism, where you have crime and violence on the increase. It's generally because of guns, I want to check it out, It's guns from America, It's the American-made guns creating the problems around the world, Because there's not much control on weapons sale from America. And that has caused a problem when it comes to security, civilian security in several countries. Jamaica reeking from that. Not only did they unleash their guns on Jamaica, but another thing they did was to unleash the CIA to train men how to use these guns and how to terrorize the population with these guns. So, why? That is why, we are the only group, in the world who call them out, From time to time, you might have a world leader also might come up and speak a one time or two time against them. But we have been calling them out consistently for the past probably about 50 years. It seems to be the only one who brave enough to, as a group, to point out in faults and sins and show that, hey, you're punishing people for certain things, but this is what you are doing, which in turn is causing them to do this, like the Trinidad situation. Talk about Trinidad, or Trinidad treating doctors and something, which in way they are doing that because of the embargo that they have on Trinidad. They have to survive. Where do you think they're going to roll over and die? All right, let's jump right into it. It's an article, by the way. It's an article, so we're going to read the article. And it entitles, this is a travel and tour. Let me see what says the thing there. Open this paper. I'm not seeing this source of it. I'm see if it's at the bottom. It's one of them internet news. All right. Man, these things full of ad. Trinidad and Tobago joins Egypt, Pakistan, Colombia, Jamaica. Is it Jamaica in this group? Long time. Bangladesh, Guyana, New Caledonia, Macau, on U.S. travel advisory list to reconsider travel, what it means for the tourism sector. Anyway, Trinidad, don't worry yourself. We are a long time Jamaica upon them list, and we have been surviving. As a matter of fact, even though we're on their list of reconsidering, we are still the number one destination of choice for tourists coming out of USA. So you can imagine how good our tourist sector would be, or if you didn't have this travel advisory, you'd have more tourists coming to Jamaica more than, as a matter of fact, every single hotel out here will be filled during the tourism season, full to capacity. But because you have a travel advisory thing there, kind of squeeze the people. What it means for the tourism sector. All right, let's dive into it. Trinidad and Tobago has joined countries like Pakistan, Egypt, Colombia, Jamaica, Bangladesh, Guyana, New Caledonia, Macau, and the U.S. travel and the U.S. Level 3 travel advisory list, urging Americans to reconsider travel due to rising security threats. The advisory, prompted by escalating violent crime, and a nationwide state of emergency. Oh, yeah, I think Trinidad went on it because that state of emergency that they have out from last year. Nationwide state of emergency places the Twin Island nation alongside destination flagged for terrorism, unrest, and limited consular support. For the tourism sector, this classification comes at a critical time, raising concerns over potential declines in international arrivals. Shaken traveler confidence and broader economic implications during what is typically a high season for regional tourism. Right, so right in that tourist season, they're not, me notice that they're not used to travel about outside that tourist season, right when people supposed to, and you're poised to make some money. And I say, hey, maybe you don't want to go to this place. The United States has updated its travel advisory, adding Trinidad and Tobago to the list of countries under the Level 3 designation. Reconsider travel. So it's not an outright travel ban to say to tell the citizens say you can't go this way. That's why they call it an advisory, advising the citizens say you probably want to reconsider going to this place. Reconsider travel. This place is the Twin Island nation alongside destinations like Pakistan, Egypt, Colombia, Jamaica, Bangladesh, Guyana, New Caledonia, Macau, each flagged due to a combination of security risk, instability, or limited consular support. For Trinidad and Tobago, the advisory stems from serious risk related to crime, as well as heightened threats of terrorism and kidnapping. Well, I don't know what's the terrorism, but kidnapping, yeah, I understand the kidnapping. Kidnapping seems to follow In a country where we have a high Muslim population, you know, kidnapping seems to be one of them main crime. And this is one thing I realize with these Edens, you know, each of them have a specific crime that they specialize in. The oppressor, theme, specialized crime is murder, you know. Ishmael seem to be good at kidnapping. You know what the African then good at? Guess. We then call it again. Scamming. Scamming, man. Yeah, that's the name I was trying to remember. The Africans will scam you out of clothes. I get some what was it? Email, no. I get some correspondence. I remember if it's not. How was it email? I think it's email. Yeah, you end up in the spam email. One whole heap of spam email from various African countries. Talk about, you know, them from a wealthy family and their money, their family targeted by the government, so they have to, the father or mother have to flee, and they have 20 million US dollars that they need to take out the country. So if you can assist them to take that out and transfer the money to you, and you keep a certain person. No, when you give them your account, say, all right, what? You're going to look and say, what? Put some money there. So then when you give them the account now, they wipe out all the money that you have. But logically, Africa is a country that has serious implications for in need of money. They won't give you money to help them with money. I doubt that. That's the first red flag. So for Trinidad now, kidnapping and terrorism. So you know that link back to Ishmael in Trinidad, because you know you have a strong Muslim population in Trinidad. So when you hear about terrorism and kidnapping, look who is there. You will find Ishmael there. This move comes after the government of Trinidad and Tobago declared a state of emergency, SOE, on December 30, 2024. So from December gone, they have a state of emergency out. In response to escalating crime activity that could endanger public safety, the SOE was extended to April 2025, granting sweeping powers to law enforcement, including warrantless arrests, searches, and suspended bail for suspected offenders. This is the thing that I don't like with when it comes to state of emergencies. You know, when it comes to state of emergency, boy, you don't have any right. In America, what them call it in America again? Martial law. Is it they call martial law? In Caribbean, it's a state of emergency. But basically, it's a state that the government can declare which take away your right as a citizen, put you right down to zero. Like they can do anything and not be held accountable. All right, back to the article. While there are no curfews or restrictions on public gatherings, several neighborhoods in Port-of-Spain have been deemed too dangerous for U.S. government personnel, including Laventille, Sea Lot, Beetham, and parts of downtown after dark. The persistent presence of gang violence, shooting, and kidnapping, some involving foreigners, has made public safety a pressing concern. Or it compares. All right. With its new level 3 status, Trinidad and Tobago joins a diverse group of countries flagged by the US for heightened security risk. These include Pakistan. So why is Pakistan? So to break down why each of these countries now on the travel list. Come on, now, Jamaica. For Pakistan, due to terrorism and the potential for armed conflict, especially in provinces like Balochistan and Khyber, whatever. Egypt, where the risk of terrorism attack targeting tourist areas, religious sites, and urban centers remains high. Colombia, which continues, so that's one of Colombia now, that's one of our Israelite brothers too. The tribe of, I don't know which tribe Colombia belongs to. Colombia is all there. Simeon, no, Simeon. Asher. Colombia is on the list. Colombia, that's the tribe of Asher. From Colombia to Uruguay, that's Asher. Colombia, which continues to face threats from criminal and terrorist groups, particularly in certain border regions. Jamaica, the tribe of Benjamin. So Trinidad, Benjamite, Jamaica, Benjamite, Colombia, Asher. Guyana is Anito, Guyana is Benjamin. Jamaica, where violent crime, including armed robbery and sexual assault, is widespread, with limited law enforcement effectiveness in some cases. Armed robbery and sexual assault. Interesting thing, nobody now stick up tourists, so I wonder why they always tell tourists don't come to Jamaica. Well, you might have still, you might have tourists, sometimes armed tourists, so when they tell them don't come to your country, that is the citizens of that country going to harm the visitors, Visitors harm visitors. In Bangladesh, which experienced civil unrest and remains vulnerable to terrorism, especially in crowded public areas. Guyana. Why is Guyana on it? Guyana, where violent crime, particularly at night, is consistent concern due to limited police capacity. So Guyana, for them, problem is that they need more cops. Okay. New Caledonia. Where the hell is New Caledonia? Before we go to New Caledonia, you have a list on it named Macau. Macau is a country. Macau is located on China's southern coast, 60 kilometers west of Hong Kong, on the western side of the Pearl River. Is Macau a country or part of China? Macau is a special administrative region of China and falls under the country's principle of one country, two systems. This means that Macau has control over its own economy and political structure, even though the region is technically part of China. All right, let me see if we can. Where is New Caledonia? So, New Caledonia is a French overseas territory in southwestern Pacific Ocean, located about 1,200 kilometers, 750 miles east of Australia and south of the equator. So New Caledonia, the way down the bottom this up. You would have country there before. Oh, New Caledonia is part of Melanesia, a region in the Southwest Pacific. So New Caledonia, French unique collectivity in the southwestern Pacific Ocean, about 900 miles, 1,500 kilometers east of Australia. It includes the island of New Caledonia, the Grand Terre mainland, where the capital Naumea is located. All right, so it's an island way down south this one. But what we're focusing on now is we in the Caribbean, but just to tell you from the article what these are the ones that they are talking about that is on the travel advisory. So we have New Caledonia still recovering from riots and unrest tied to political tensions with infrastructure and public safety challenges persisting. Macau, where the advisory is less about violence and more focused on restricted consular support and concern over arbitrary enforcement of local news laws. The inclusion of Trinidad and Tobago alongside these destinations, some of which face internal conflict, terrorism, or post-unrest instability, may influence international perception. While conditions differ widely, the shared Level 3 designation places all in the same risk category for U.S. travelers, potentially swaying travel decisions in favor of destinations perceived as more stable or better supported. Trinidad and Tobago's addition to the U.S. Level 3 travel advisory list places it alongside countries facing serious security risk, rising concern for tourism, tourism sector as traveler confidence and bookings may decline during the peak season, what it means for the tourism sector. All right, so like I said earlier now, the travel advisory is against your country has to do mainly with tourism. Now, every country around the world that wish to trade have to trade in the US dollar. So you have the local currency, but when you go abroad to buy, you must buy in the US dollar. Except for the big bad countries, them who trade in other money. Because if we trade in England, we can do it in pounds. But the point I'm making is because you depend on the US dollar, a travel advisor is telling persons from the US who's going to come with US dollar, plus countries who depend on the US intelligence to tell their citizens where they can go. So when the US is your travel advisor, they have other country who might piggyback on the same thing. So those country citizens now who's supposed to come with US dollar, then just don't come to your country. So what it means for tourism sector, the advisory may deal a blow to Trinidad and Tobago tourism sector, a key contributor to the nation's economy. Travelers may now reconsider or postpone trips, leading to potential decline. Lord. The advisory may deal a blow to Trinidad and Tobago tourism sector, a key contributor to the nation's economy. Travelers may now reconsider or postpone trips, leading to potential declines in hotel bookings, flight arrivals, and cruise tourism, especially as safety remains a top concern for both individuals and tour operators. The timing is especially sensitive as many Caribbean destinations are currently banking on a robust 2025 ice season, being placed in the same advisory tier as countries grappling with terrorism and armed conflict may influence traveler perception, even if the reality on the ground differs in scope. Industry stakeholders will likely monitor the situation closely, hoping for stabilization ahead of the Easter and summer travel period. If public safety improves and the SOE is lifted without major incident, a revision of the advisory could follow. But until then, uncertainty hangs over the tourism sector's near-term outlook. Wow. All right, so yeah, that's all right. So that's the reality of a travel advisory on a country's economy. But like me always say still, the America just don't care about anybody still, you know. They issue them travel advisory without trying to assist you with the things that are causing you to have a travel advisory. Like in Jamaica, the guns coming in from the US. What when a lot of ganja used to travel, used to be shipped from Jamaica into the US. They came to Jamaica and then pressured the Jamaica government. It was important. The PNP. It started on a PG, or maybe it started before that. And pressured the Jamaican government to do something about the ganja shipment going to the US. Now we have guns coming to Jamaica like crazy, and to Trinidad. Well, let's just say it's in the Caribbean because it, it seems to be going everywhere now. So guns going into the Caribbean region, and they are not providing any assistance in terms of from their end. I'm not talking in terms of them giving donation or whatever on our side to assist. I'm talking about um, I'm talking about they doing what? Some necessary control of sale, background checks, control of sale and thing on their side, so that the gun doesn't leave their country and come in the Caribbean and elsewhere and cause problem. That's the thing. So we would welcome some assistance from we would welcome some assistance from the US when it comes to we making we controlling the movement of weapons into our country. All right, next topic. Next one is before we go to the next topic, let us read a scripture, Ecclesiasticus 12 and all right. All right, we can read 10, 11, and 12. All right, before we read 10, 11, and 12, let us read with that 17. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 17. So in Ecclesiasticus 12 and verse 17, it says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. All right. So, just a word to Trinidad, But I think the oppressor is your friend, Yeah. I know a lot of times, I don't know, maybe it's just the chokehold that they have on them. But when it comes to Caribbean relations and things, the oppressor seem to have a strong hold on Trinidad. They have a strong hold on Trinidad oil for sure. Because even though Trinidad and Jamaica are both members of CARICOM, for some reason, Trinidad don't sell oil to Jamaica. Remember, one time we wanted to buy, they were to supply us with natural gas a couple of years ago. That didn't work out. All right, so you just can't trust it. And also, when it comes to the problem that Trinidad have, that they are issue, the cause for them to issue the travel advisory. When adversity come upon you, thou shalt find him there first. Though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. I said, that is why they take these scriptures out of the Bible and things. They don't want you know, man. They want to make you too smart and not trust the oppressor again, which will make the oppressor depend on your trust for their survival, so that they can come and sink the claw in you and take away your substance. All right? That's one of the things that they do with the Caribbean. They came pretending to be our friend. And next thing you know, your people have their sickness in terms of crime and violence, right? The same murdering attitude that the oppressor have. After you take them for your friend, you find the same murdering attitude on your people. How comes? Because they teach your people that. And one thing the Lord's people will have to learn to do, just like the scripture says, separate. Because every one of these, either you join yourself to, you find that the people, you start doing their one, you catch their sickness, physical sickness. Two, you catch their preferred method of crime. Since we start taking a lot of the Africans, that was when scamming start learn in Jamaica. You see, good thing we weren't all that close to Ishmael, or kidnapping would have been a big thing in Jamaica. The oppressor, his big crime is murder. Every one of the constituencies in Jamaica that they are the member of parliament, some things happening there that you can't explain. That's what it says. You, he, adversity come out on him is there. Anytime adversity come upon you, the oppressor is there. And though he pretends to help you, what he's going to do is undermine you. So if that's in the Bible is we're reading, King James 16:11, that gives you the Apocrypha. And in the Apocrypha in Ecclesiasticus 12:1-7, it tells you that when adversity take you and your oppressor, come trying to help you, all he's going to do is undermine you. What's this King Street series? Yeah. Hey, Shalom. No, I'm not Shalom, brother.
Yeah, take down yourself, my father. I look at one for the life. Take follow.
So, I don't know how long the person take it on again.
Yeah, that's just on the tool ring them and press the arrow while I go back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ring the side of the gloves.
Yeah, tell him feel I do, I'm not lying.
No, this is ISUPK.
One does make a one bad job.
Not disappear yet.
No, you're not.
Bad.
Yo, yeah, I see two ring, bro. One in a green, one in a blue, and one in a pink.
Yeah.
Touch it. When I touch it,
I want to see the arrow.
over the top of the whole of the stream of them, you can see one arrow. Now look rectangle like that. Just press it there.
Oh, all right. This way. All right. So when you think that when you believe that you can use him to solve your problem, you're going to find yourself in deeper problem. All right, let's go to the next.
For the first time ever.
Jamaica exporting fuel oil to Trinidad.
About 9.
All right, sorry about that. I think I cut off. Let me put it on back.
Trinidad.
For the first time ever, Jamaica Petrojam into 1 million barrels of fuel oil.
1 million barrels. That's Telroy Morgan, the general manager at Petrojam, Jamaica's oil refinery. Now, Jamaica.
This is a clip from another source. Right, so well, it's in the public domain. We're just using it for educational purposes, not using it for monetary gain. You don't come tell about try to make money from nothing. All right, so let's go a little more into it. Go back to where the CEO of Petrojam was talking.
Trinidad and Tobago. And to that, we're looking to 1 million barrels of fuel oil, valued at about 90 million US.
Did he just say 1 million barrels? That's Telroy Morgan, the general manager at Petrojam, Jamaica's oil refinery. Now, Jamaica actually doesn't produce oil, but Trinidad does. So this announcement took me completely by surprise. But apparently, Petro-Trin has been down since like 2019.
Trinidad, who has oil, their refinery should about 6 years. So they have over the years has been trying to get in, so to speak, and it has finally happened.
Well, that explains Trinidad's foreign exchange issues. They produce oil, but they don't refine it anymore, so they're exporting it raw and about to buy it back refined from Jamaica. Apparently, this batch is some special marine fuel, though.
So fuel mainly for marine vessels.
That's probably why, according to Telroy, this
All
deal.
right, so there is talking, so now since Trinidad oil refinery shut down, Jamaica have been trying to sell refined oil to Trinidad, but it's not going through. You know why not going through? The oppressor has been blocking certain trade. This is what we can't understand. This is why we have to read the scriptures to understand who we're dealing with. You have a block where you say CARICOM and you want to trade within CARICOM. They buy Trinidad from sell us oil. And they were them was the one behind barring we from selling them back something there. But it gone through, it's going through, and what? This is just marine oil. 1 million barrels of marine oil in 1 year. It's not oil for motor vehicles. You know, like gas and so for motor vehicle. This is something else. So, you know, the oppressor he has his hands in all our affairs as Israelites. One way out, you know.
I didn't want to do it. Now, Trinidad and Jamaica have always been competitors. My signals appears in the making. And that's probably why, according to Telroy, this deal took so long. I think Trinidad didn't want to do it. Now, Trinidad and Jamaica have always been competitors, and the Trinis are going to hate me for saying this, but these last 10 years, Trinidad's economy has been on the decline, while Jamaica has been improving. One of the major issues with doing business in Jamaica, especially for men, has always been our role now reversing. Remember my teamist from Trinidad who was explaining their foreign exchange issues.
The energy sector has not been earning the kind of foreign currency that used to, say, let's say back in the 70s, 80s, even back up to 2013. We're earning a lot less now for a couple of reasons. One is the international price of these commodities, but also because,
you know, this who them behind the scene, who them behind the whole thing talking. These nations, man. She look like a cross between white and Indian. Right? They're the ones who are in the system. They are happy to do what the oppressor says. We, on the other hand, we are trying to be self-sufficient. We Israelites, we try to be self-sufficient. They mother people that them just do what the oppressor say. And what our scripture tell you, though he try to help you, his goal is just to undermine you.
Our production being very weak.
Wow. This really explains a lot. And of course, you have point
one-off grant of $100,000 for every newborn baby born.
Anyway, this is not 100,000 US dollars, 100,000 Guyanese dollars, right? So Guyana is now producing oil and selling oil, millions of barrels of oil, leaving Guyana. They found oil in their territory, right? So it's like a newfound wealth for Guyana. So if they spend these monies wisely, you know, the economy will increase or improve. But you know, so now them giving the monies to it's a one-off payment to babies. I don't know if that makes sense. You should put the money in education and educate the people so that they can. If you provide the people with the tool to better their life, they will do it, you know. Just give them a tool.
Guyana to a Guyanese mother.
And you can see the conversions here. That's about 65 Kim.
Dollar is weaker than the
477 US dollars.
They want to give 75,000 Jamaican dollars. Just 3,200 and Trinidadian dollar. Less than 500 US dollar. Hold on. So I'm on a terrible. $477 US. Laos.
Must be nice. By the way, Guyana doesn't have a refinery either, so that's need to make note of these shifts, risks, and that's the bottom line. Follow our business page at Money Media JA for more content like this, and subscribe to the newsletter at getmoneynews. That's get.
Allow you a little interview, a little promo. But on the other level, Jamaica, the Caribbean, if we are able to trade within our block, yeah, we have a good oil refinery in Jamaica. Yeah, I didn't know that Guyana didn't have a oil refinery. I mean, we should be selling oil to Guyana a long time. They are part of CARICOM. But it is the oppressor who decides that, no, man. Why? Because their people, their billionaire friend within the states want to sell the same thing that we would be selling. But the reality is we are a trading block. We need to trade among each other. It's either you do that or you just forget about it. One out of the two. Could be that the US trying to break up the trading block too. I don't know what plan the oppressor have. All right, so jump on next scripture now. This one from which one more? From got to gather yourself together, because now you see why more and more it becomes important for us to move together as a people, and I won't tell you that as no Caribbean people. I will just tell you as Israelite people. Zephaniah chapter 2 and 1. Because by moving together as a people, one, you help to strengthen each other. And as a matter of fact, I mean, who knows what is going to become of the US economy? US seem to be faced with a problem which maybe they can't print themselves out of this one. Maybe they are not able to kick the can down the road a little further. Maybe they just have to just grab the bull by the horn, which it seems as if this president is doing, grabbing the bull by the horn and, making the necessary changes, which is why I'm wiping out this department and doing this and doing that. Well, him doing what I'm doing, but what I'm doing, him trying to make this into a blacks, Hispanics. Well, you can't deport the natives, but the blacks and Hispanic, him trying to make it a black and Hispanic problem. And the poor white and some of the middle class white is buying into it stupidly. So it's just them find a way to remove the rich whites out of the blame of the poor whites. Usually in an empire, the poor blame the rich and say, "You make me poor." Look how much years we've been working for you, and so on and so forth. But the oppressor is so stupid and so loving to unalive us, blacks and Hispanics, that when his rich own kind tell him that, you know, is the problem is the Department of Education, the problem is DEI, the problem is immigrants. They buy into it. And there lies the problem. Because what he's doing is diverting the true cause or the true problem from the eyes of the people. All right? So it says, gather yourself together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. The amount of time we have read this verse on this scripture on this platform. All right? We have election coming up this year. At some point this year, definitely going to have an election. What are we going to do as a people? Run up and down again and kill each other? You know, before we're going into independence, you know, you used to hear them talk about black man struggles, you know, and, you know, black man this, black man that. But them cunningly give you independence and then two-party system, PNP, JLP. I mean, saying PNP or saying JLP don't really make a difference. You know? They could have had two different names. It could have been still the conservative and then something another. I don't know what they call it. Liberals and conservative. Right. Same thing. You would still, what it used to be as the days when they talk about black consciousness and black man problem and thing. When they give you the two-party system, you know, it's the same black man struggles, you know, but now it is PNP problem and JNP problem. Isn't that cunning? Yeah, man. So they're cunningly sample we as a people. So when there was no party, the thing is, okay, our roads need fixing. When that time we were under colonial rule under England, you ain't getting it fixed. Straight you knows that they say, oh, is the oppressor not fixing my road. But then they give you two parties now. Right now we have JLP in power. My road needed fixing. No, we're not going to fix it. It is the JLP that is not fixing it. Or if you are a JLP, you say, because of the PNP, why not fix it? So it's not the oppressor's problem again. Which means it's their problem still. They put you in the situation that you are in. What we are fighting to do as a people is to take ourselves out of it. Right? And many of us believe that we can take ourselves out of it by, you know, you get a good job and all that. That help. That is like a band-aid. How about us fixing the problem so that the next generations down the line we don't have this problem? And one way to fix it that way is for us to gather ourselves together. Come out of the system. Right? Let's go to that other scripture. Come out of her, my people. Because really and truly, that is the proper way. That is the way to fix it. You become a top class worker in the system. You might become a CEO. You might become a rich person and thing. You know what I mean to your children when you then gone to, if you reach two generations down the line. a little way down the line, you go and realize that my father, if you could have seen him after you would have gone, and you could have really realized when you through your eyes closed, you don't know what's going on. But if you could have seen 2 generations in the back, you would have realized the mistake that you make. Right? These big houses that you're going to build, it might not last 100 years. You know? If it do last 100 years, you're going to be in so much disrepair that your children probably choose not to repair it. All right? You spend some money and give them a good education. Several things that can happen down the line. Put them back at square one. So the only way for our people to fix the problem permanently is to do what the scripture says. In Revelation, in Zephaniah, it says, come out of, or sorry, it says, gather yourself together. In Revelation, it says, and I heard, Revelation 18 and 4, and I heard another voice of heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin. So you see in these last days, I don't know what is happening, what is going to happen, and what has been happening. We have become partakers of the sins of Babylon. Earlier when you hear me talk about the oppressors' crime being wiped on our people, just by being associated with her, that is you partaking in our sins too. Or you dying in the street, that is we partaking in the sins of Babylon. Right? How you fix it? You come out of the system. How you come out of the system? Come back to the Most High by celebrating his high holidays. You stop celebrating Christmas. Stop celebrating birthdays. Stop celebrating Easter coming about now. Right? I mean, this weekend I should be start doing, Queen of Heaven. Queen of Heaven is in the Bible. You need to start let our people know that from way back then we were doing these things, and that's what has gotten us where we are. When we were in these empires in Europe, Habsburg Empire, Scotland, England, yeah, we thought that we were going to hold on to rulership because, oh, look at my people, look at me, look at my children, they are royalties, right? They are noblemen. Not very long after, every single one became slaves, right? And what happened after that? Coming out as slaves, now we looking and feeling good about my children. I'm able to send them to a good prep school and give them a good education and so on. But you're still not in the truth. What you think is going to happen to them? The oppressor is going to trick them. You can see the oppressor is making the road to trick your children down the line, Just take a look what is happening in America. Anything happening in America is just a matter of time before you see mirror within the Caribbean. Why about the Department of Education? We tell you that, boy, this is cost that we can cut. But at the same time, they are removing what used to be taught in school about us, how we were treated as slaves and things. So you are going to get a generation, couple years down the line, that black people who didn't know they were slaves. So you know what will happen when once them start losing that knowledge that they were slaves, they become slaves again. Right? So that is why it is important for us to come out of her and start gelling together. So with that said, come out of her, my people, that we can start gelling together, moving together, and then Christ will see, the Most High will see it necessary to send Christ and say, all right, go get my people. All right? So until the next time, we say shalom. Till next week, we say peace be unto you, my people.
We bout to bombard their whole operation. Certified priest, prophesied, this my occupation. This shit outrageous, they done made the truth docile. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. ISUPK style, can't stop now. Far this warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise, and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with this shit, about to make it hot, call it compound. This for my niggas, put the guns in the drums down. Dwelling in peace till the Lord called for the bloodhounds. Try to decide my death and got beside yourself. Swore draw for what you perform. How you gon' hide yourself? Devil got to die for his lies. And it ain't got no love for them crackers. No, just cruel intentions. And in my father's house is spinning mansions. I got plenty bitches. Worthy of vengeance. This your death sentence. I'm talking to slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go in and fill the world with lies. And die for your skin, you gon' die for your crime. Your life, try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils that get in this deal. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah. Now they shook from vicious words out this handbook. About to take these rappers back to school. My flow said it hook. They crossed the line, ain't no coming back. You became no cowards. The only thing sweet is the honey jet. Righteous is the Lord. Give me rest from my sorrow and hand down death for the devils. There's no tomorrow. Why? Cause they violence leave a man a stiff corpse. You see a flag in the bench, I see horns in a pitchfork. Go ahead. So please believe it. The white man is a demon, and I ain't gon' vote for them to free me. No. They beat us till we the color purple. That's why this knife to they throat like ceiling. You got this nigga on his knees. They wanna have peace. We screaming, let this bitch burn at 1,000 degrees. I'm laying in the bosom of revenge. I told her I'd do anything she please as I squeeze on the double D's. Fuck you, man. I'm talking to you. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go in and fill the world with lies. They die for your skin. You gon' die for your crime. That's why I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils that they in this deal. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah.
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me handcuffed. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking back!
Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go in and fill the world with lies. They die for your skin. You gon' die for your crime. That's why I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils that they in